Hi guys, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. So it is Thursday. We made it through the storm. I did take some clips yesterday of the storm. It was actually sleeting. I took a clip of out the front door and out the back door. And now today, at the end, you'll also see a clip of today. The sky is the most beautiful blue. The sun is shining. All the snow is melting. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You're looking at three babies right now, Kenzie, Nicholas, and Maurice, and they are all in pajamas because last night, to those of you not familiar, I'm on Long Island, New York, so we did get hit with that nor'easter, and towards midday yesterday, probably more towards the evening, I got a really bad migraine. I suffer from migraine headaches, and it was a whopper. It was a really, really bad one. So I was in bed a bit. When my husband got home, I put the ice pack and the, thing over my face and just, kind of laid here in the dark. And then, later on, probably like around 10:30, 11 o'clock last night, I was able to have something to eat and kind of sat in bed, and I watched a few YouTube videos, and it was, it was so cold and the storm outside, so I sat with Maurice and Kenzie and Nicholas and put them in pajamas just to be cozy with me in the bed. If I had known it was going to be so gorgeous today, I probably would have put them in some like spring outfits or something. I don't know. But anyways, so you all saw yesterday, I actually did get Gracelyn off, and you'll have to excuse, that's Chloe, my dog. She's playing with she's playing with a toy. And that's what she does with her little toys. Calm down, Chloe. So yeah, Gracelyn had found a new mommy, which I was so excited about. Her new mommy, so excited. And I had originally told her new mommy that I would not be able to ship her till today because of the storm. But it was not too bad yesterday morning, and I surprised her. I found a box. I kind of scraped together some things to make a box opening. I had what I needed here, so I was able to pack her up, and my post office is literally up the road. I drove there, but like technically you could walk. It's not far. And actually, the minute I walked in the door, literally, as I was pulling in the driveway and walking in the door, the sleet it changed from cold rain to heavy sleet. Like my windshield wipers were going, on full when I was pulling in the driveway. Like I could barely see. I was like, oh my gosh, I made that in the nick of time. So she's off. Her mommy is so excited. She saw the video yesterday. She's counting the hours, the days. She's scheduled to arrive on Saturday, which is fantastic. And then also, Little Peanut is in transit. I myself have not looked at his tracking. He's going to Canada. So I don't expect, it's possible he might arrive on Saturday before the weekend. It's also possible early next week. As far as, what the shipping said. So that's the scoop here. That's the latest. So I had two babies leave the nursery and go home, which was really nice. And I'm kind of getting down to, just the last couple that were from the beginning that are going to be looking for homes. And I am going to bring them on because I kind of decided, originally when I had brought like Little Peanut on and Gracelyn on, I got a lot of like, I guess you'd say like time wasters and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, I'm going to have to put them to eBay. I left them up, and here's the thing, guys. I'm not, and I wasn't, and I'm not in a rush. Like with Little Peanut, with Graceland, and then the others I have. It's not a rush. The babies are boxed up so that I can keep them in pristine condition for their, new mommies. I don't have a ton of space here anyway, so, I wanted to keep them. Plus, you don't want to continue to bond and then have a hard time letting go. And, I had made the decisions I made for my collection. And, but again, there's no pressing, rush. I'd like to get my asking price, on each of the babies. It's of course, less than what I paid, and I did buy them secondhand and got good deals. So, but they are high quality, babies. They're not cheap babies. However, again, I feel like, maybe if I get them on, like Little Peanut and Graceland was seen, that, in time, the right mommy's gonna find them, just like with the other two. So that'll be a video coming up either, this weekend or early next week. I will get the last of the babies that are available on here, for everyone to see, and hopefully they'll find their mommies too. Because although I'm not in a rush, space is filling up here. So as you all know, I have a baby coming from Russia. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. I stepped, way out of my comfort zone on this baby. As far as, I would say as far as like the skin tone, as far as, I don't really know the artist, although the artist is a master artist and well known, I'm sure. When you see the baby and I put up the artist, most of you are going to recognize, but still, it was out of my comfort zone. I broke my rules that I had, set in place once I got going with collecting and realized, my taste and style. And I really need to stay off of eBay, number one. It's ridiculous. There's so many, fantastic artists that you can be in contact with and not have to have the stress of what's happening on eBay, which also puts an additional pressure. You're really looking at price. You're looking, well, if the auction doesn't go up so high, like, oh, I don't want to let that go, like that sort of thing. I just feel like it's just more of a spontaneous or a pressured. Not that I'm telling anybody not to purchase from eBay. That's not what I'm saying at all. It can be a good place to purchase if you do your research into, the seller or the artist and things like that. And it can be a safe way to purchase as well. And there's some beautiful babies up there. But I'm talking, when I'm talking for my own self, for what I'm comfortable with, and for where, how I collect, is, how I'm speaking. Oh, and, let's see, Asphoria and Sierra are there together, in the Moses basket, so you can see them too. So yeah, anyways, I, as collectors, as we go along, and look, I'm still, pretty new here, compared to, many of you that have been here, many, many years and collecting many years. So, but, no matter where you are, what point you are in collecting, whether you're waiting on your first baby or you collect other types of baby dolls, whatever it is, each of us, our own selves, have a certain way that we collect, and we grow in that and we change. And I'm sure many of you that have been collecting many years, and you look back to years ago and you think of the, maybe mistakes that you made or things you would do differently, or just that your taste and your style has changed, whatever the case may be. You're going to look back and you're going to see you've grown, you've changed, etc., etc. So I'm in the middle of, that metamorphosis, I guess you could say. So my exciting news, is, I have a second baby. It's not just the baby in Russia. I have another baby on its way. Oh, well, it hasn't left yet, but I have another baby. I've adopted another baby. So this I'm super, super excited about because this baby is not coming from far. I do know the artist, so I'm not worried that I'm going to open this baby and maybe not love it. I don't have that feeling at all. I'm very, very excited. And I'm going to share with you all now what this baby is. Yay! I know it's exciting to get surprised at a box opening, but I've also noticed, and in looking kind of at this particular sculpt, because it is a new sculpt, I have been looking around on YouTube and various places using the hashtag of the baby sculpt and popping in the name, wanting to see box openings of this particular sculpt, wanting to, see what's out there for this particular sculpt. And so in order to make that available for other people, when you do your box opening and title it, you kind of need to put the sculpt in there so people can look that up. And I figured I've done so many box openings that were a surprise and so many babies that have come as a surprise. And we have the baby coming from Russia. So I figured, why not let this one be known what I am expecting? I'll leave out certain details so you all don't know the exact baby, but I am expecting, drum roll please, Tink will be landing at Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Yes! It's a little girl, and yep, I have adopted a Tink. I have been just really smitten with this sculpt. I love tiny babies, but up until Tink, I really had not found a preemie tiny baby sculpt that spoke to me. And probably, I think part of the reason is because I do lean towards the open-eyed babies, and there's a few the Mama's Little Monkey is just such a precious little sculpt. But that is a sleeping baby, and although I enjoy seeing the Mama's Little Monkeys that are out there, it's not the baby for me, and I know that. Tink with those, eyes, and then those little tiny features, and y'all know I love Bonnie Brown as a sculptor, it's an amazing sculpt. So I am so excited about Tink. Now, Tink is not coming from far. However, because of this weather, the artist is, not sure when she will be able to get Tink out to me. Now, I'm hoping by looking at what I have outside there today with everything melting, that, possibly, they're in a different area, and I know it's worse where they are, and so it very well may not be today. But if we don't get any more bad weather, maybe they will have their roads cleared tomorrow. I'm crossing my fingers, and it could be not, it could be not till next week. I can't, I don't have control over that. I can only sit here, just keeping my fingers crossed. And I know, the artist is, very good about, she's going to get her out when she can. And I know that she's not, going to dilly-dally for any reason. So, it could be soon. It could be she could get here before, the weekend, or I could have to be waiting into next week. We will see. Yes, of course, with the pressure of waiting for the baby from Russia, and now it's the third day, something like that the tracking hasn't moved, and it's been scanned through like looks like the same facility for like days and days in a row. It just has like scans through facility. And then I think it was the 5th was the last day, and I've seen nothing, no movement. Now, I've been told that that's not uncommon and that, you'll all of a sudden just see the baby pop up somewhere and a lot of scans updated where it's moved, and I'm hoping that's the case because, of course, the baby's still in Russia, so it's not like here where there's like a 1-800 U.S. postal number where they could like, put a little trace or a tracker out if you haven't seen movement on your tracking just to, pinpoint where it is. You're not going to get somebody on the line to do that. So it's nerve-wracking. It's very nerve-wracking. And coupled with the fact that, I've never adopted from this artist before, and I'm just a little concerned about, how I went about it and kind of breaking my rules of thumb as a collector and what I've learned, about, spontaneous buys and things like that. I'm just a little concerned. How many of you all have kind of made the same mistakes over and over again? Or not that I'm saying I made a mistake. I don't know that. In fact, I'm thinking that I didn't, and I'm excited about the baby. Again, but I'm nervous that I kind of, backtracked on the progress that I've made and what I've learned, to do and not to do. So at this point, I'm just kind of like on a wing and a prayer, like crossing my fingers that this is all going to work out okay. And then I'm going to be happy. And certainly with this particular tink coming soon, I know I'm going to be very happy. So I thought I would make it out today to look for some preemie clothes because my Walmart happens to carry quite a bit of preemie. But the kids did have a 2-hour delay this morning. And so my Walmart's maybe about 15 minutes away. Not far, but by the time I just do some run some local errands, I will have to come home for Gabe. My daughters will not be home when he gets off the bus, so I need to be here. And I have 2 sugar glider Joey's going home this evening. I'll be meeting my customer later. That's exciting. And, well, that's about it. I figured I'd update you all on the weather. I would share my exciting news. I didn't hop in front of the camera today. Next time I will. And so, yeah, stay tuned, of course, for, my little tink. I'm so excited. How many of you all have the tink? Tell me about it, about the size, what you think. How does the preemie clothes fit? Does any newborn clothes fit? Smaller newborn, stuff like that. Talk to me. Feed me information on tink. I'm super, super excited because this is, I really love the tiny babies. Gabe was a very tiny baby, and I'm drawn to tiny babies, but, so this was the first sculpt that came out that I just loved everything about, this sculpt. So I am super excited to get my tiny tink in my arms. So, all right. I hope everyone that was affected by this storm, and I know even other places and areas had, other types of weather and storms and things. And I hope that you have all stayed safe and warm, and that everyone is well. All right. I will be back soon. And I will definitely be, I'm lagging on lives. I know that, but I really enjoyed the 2 that I did. I will be doing more. I'm sorry I don't have a schedule going here for videos, for lives. It's just not me. I just squeeze things in when I can. So don't forget to hit that notification bell when you subscribe, so that you get a notification when I go live so you don't miss a live. All right, everyone. Have a great day. God bless. Yeah, guys, this is out back here just so you can see what's on the ground, because out front, I didn't want to walk out into the road, and backyard's looking very ugly right now, so I'm not going to hold the camera up high, but just so you can see, what we have on the ground, and we'll go up. There we go. You see, literally, you can see it changing over to snow from the sleet that was just out front 2 minutes ago. This is what we got now. This is the crazy weather. The thunder again was just bizarre. I hope everyone that is dealing with this storm stays safe. We are in New York on Long Island. Sorry. We're on the east end of Long Island. We're not all the way out east. We're not like Montauk. We're like exit 68, if that gives anybody an idea that that knows New York or the Long Island Expressway. But yeah, this is what we're getting now. It's not good, guys. I am in for the day. My head is not doing good. I suffer from migraines, and this, is definitely affecting my head. Gabe's in from school. Destiny is in. My daughter Noelle is still, out. She has her car. She's at a friend's house. She has to work at 6 this evening. And my husband is on the road. So I'm not thrilled about that, but, just praying that, they stay safe, and praying that all of you stay safe, who's ever out there in this. All right, guys, stay tuned. Hi, guys. So it's Thursday. We made it through the storm, and I'm just walking down my driveway here. It is actually gorgeous. The sky is blue. The sun is shining. And the sleet that you all saw in the clips turned over to snow at night. It was definitely a mess of, very slick, icy roads, lots of accidents. Other areas definitely got hit quite a lot harder than us. But today, everything... You might be able to hear, there's birds flying around. You might be able to hear everything melting. The kids had a 2-hour delay this morning. They didn't really need it. I don't think they needed it, but they did. They did, in fact, have a 2-hour delay. That's up my block towards the main road. Look at the beautiful blue sky compared to what was going on yesterday. So, and that's down the other way. So, looking really, beautiful and melting. And so I hope that I have 2 new babies coming, as I'm announcing in my this video, part of a clip. And the one is coming from Russia, so we know that one is, in transit and going to be a while. And the other one could not ship right away because of the storm. So I'm hoping that maybe the artist will be able to make it to the post office today. I'm not sure. It's a bit of a different area, so I'm not sure what their roads are like. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I'm very anxious here. Stay tuned.